everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of All In Sports. It's your man, Lee Ice. And as you can see, I am joined by two beautiful ladies, as this is our State of the Union Ladies Edition. Ladies, how y'all doing?
Doing great.
All right. And of course, he's always by my side, the big dog Hill. What's up, sir?
Man, Lee Ice, what a day and night, especially last night, Lee Ice. You know, I thought it was in the movie last night, you know, but we'll say that for another day. But,
Yeah.
man, we're here down here in New Orleans, the Big Easy, getting ready for Super Bowl 59.
Ladies, would y'all like to introduce yourselves to the world?
Absolutely. I'm Sharon Lizzie.
And I am Dee Marie.
And we're from the Berry Farmer Morning Show with Sharon Lizzie in Richmond, Virginia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Big dog,
Yes, sir.
how you want to get things started? State of the Union?
We can go right into State of the Union. I got a lot of State of the Union put out.
All right, ladies. Well, Sharon, you know, you've been a guest over here. We're going to talk about subjects. Feel free to voice your opinion on what the big dog spits out. Go ahead, big dog.
Okay.
All right. Brian Gumble, Pat Summerall, Tom Brookshire, Jimmy the Greek, Greg Gumbel, rest in peace. Here we go. Hey, Fox put out their top 10 halftime shows this week of Super Bowls. You want to hear them?
Oh, yeah.
I know
Yes.
Prince,
All right, number
Prince better be number one.
Number 10, Bruno Mars. Number 9, Jennifer Lopez. Number 8, Bruce Springsteen. Number 7, Aerosmith, Britney Spears, and Mary J. Blige. Number 6, Beyonce and Destiny Child. Number 5, Lady Gaga. The one that should be number 1 right here, Michael Jackson, 1993. Number 3, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, 50 Cent, and Mary J. Blige. Number 2, this always should be number 1, Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. And at number 1, Purple Rain.
That's right.
Purple Rain. Hold up, Lee Ice. Lee Ice, I got something for that, Lee Ice.
Yes, there it is.
Clap. Go.
There it is.
Clap. Go. That's how the Minnesota people do it. Here we go. Hey, Lee Ice, Jake Paul rips Canelo Alvarez, and he said Jake Paul fired back at Canelo Alvarez Friday night, claiming that the 4-time division champ is ducking him to fight for the middleweight championship of the world. How you feel?
I hope he don't even waste his time fighting that dude, man. He gonna knock him out. I hope he knock him out.
Anthony Davis said, I'm trying to bring hope to the Dallas Mavericks fans. How you feel? If we didn't hear, Luka Doncic got traded, Lee Ice. I got something for you on that. There's a rumor that well, it's not a rumor. My source told me that Luka Doncic got traded because, you know, Texas does not have no casinos. And do you remember Mark Cuban sold the Mavericks 3 years ago to the Winds, who owns 75% of Las Vegas. So the thing is, it may be a setup as the Dallas Mavericks might be moving from Dallas and into Las Vegas in the next 5 years if Texas don't get casinos. How you feel?
You say he got traded because of the casinos?
Yeah, because there's no gambling in Texas hardly. And the Winds own 75% of the team.
It's in La La Land now, so.
Yeah. Hey, a woman is accused of stealing from a dead Super Bowl reporter. Police are investigating the death of a television reporter who was in New Orleans to cover the Super Bowl on Friday, announced the arrest of a woman they say used a credit card. Adam Mazzero, the anchor for Telemundo in Kansas City, was pronounced dead Wednesday, found in his room at the Kemper, which is down the street from us. How you feel?
Ladies,
That's
I'll let y'all.
That is sad.
Tyreek Hill said, I love staying in Miami. Wants to play with 2 or more. How you feel?
Stop lying.
What we say?
You don't think he wants to stay?
No.
Speaking of
No.
great Miami Dolphin quarterback. What's with them gloves he used to wear? Them gloves, whatever them gloves, cheap little gloves he used to wear.
Isotone. Isotone, man.
Dan Marino says Tua got to stay healthy, or Miami will never win. How you feel?
They never win.
Josh Allen edges out Lamar Jackson for MVP.
Lamar Jackson?
Yeah. Josh Allen's MVP, not Lamar.
I think he got robbed.
Dude.
No?
NHL action last night. Penguins 3, Rangers 2, Jets 4, Islanders 3, Blackhawks 6, Predators 2, Avalanche 5, Oilers 4. LA Kings 5, the Dallas Stars 4. Elias, Matt Scherzer said he's looking for a third title before he retires. How you feel?
Who are you playing for?
I don't know. I think he's still on that.
I think he signed with Toronto.
Okay. Hey, Wade Boggs is free of cancer.
Good.
Praise God.
That's always good.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm about to put something out to you. I want you to listen to this. The SEC distribute $52.6 million to each of its original 14-member teams in 23-24. So the Birmingham Gazette is reporting that the Southeastern Conference distributed out an average of $52.6 million for 14 full members of the SEC. That's a slight increase of 2023's money. Where do you get this
So
money?
it's just going to keep going up and up.
What's that? Where do you get the money from?
Boosters, man.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know them stuff boys got money.
Hey, Larry, take me a commercial break.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard what the big dog said. We going to a break. When we come back, I'm going to chop it up with these two beautiful ladies. We're going to talk Super Bowl. We're going to talk Hollywood. We're going to talk hip-hop. We're going to talk Angel Week. We're going to talk it all. All of that and more. All in Sports Ladies Edition. We'll be right back. Back, ladies and gentlemen, All In Sports, Ladies Edition, Lee Ice, the big dog, and these two beautiful ladies, Miss D Marie and Miss Sharon, chopping it up with y'all. Live from New Orleans, Super Bowl 59. All right, ladies, we got the Super Bowl. How y'all feel about who's y'all leaning one way or the other? Y'all got a horse in the race? D Marie?
No, my horse has trotted off a long time ago. But
who's your horse?
Well, my team is, they've been gone a long time ago. But my team's we're not shy to Super Bowls. But I am a New England, born and raised. But as far as the Super Bowl with Kansas City and the Eagles here, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to. I'm neither fan of either team. I just enjoy football. Okay.
You
But
wanna
if I had to choose, you know, you can't deny the talent from Kansas City. However, I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles on this one. Yeah, I think I want to support the East Coast. So I'm gonna have to ride with the Eagles on this one. But you know, we'll see. We'll see.
Miss Sharon.
Well, my team, they trotted off a while ago too, Dallas Cowboys.
They
But look, what do we say? Maybe next year.
Yeah.
The both teams are great. I would like to see NFC Philadelphia win, but it's going to be tough. Kansas City is a beast. Now, if they can stop Saquon Barkley, they might have a chance, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Speaking of Mr. Saquon Barkley, did y'all hear about what his fiance said?
Oh,
Well,
So
we know she said yes.
yeah.
We know she said yes, but
well,
what has
Saquon
been
Barkley.
resurfaced?
yes, Saquon
Is in
Barkley's fiance, as we all know, is Caucasian, and
Right.
they have researched, as you said, some tweaks
Some tweets.
back in the day of her using the N-word.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
Where
yeah.
is that?
Over a decade
her
ago,
using the N-word, like,
casually.
how do you feel about that?
Well,
I mean, I
You
think it's kind of cruddy that they're bringing it up. You know what I mean? Like you said, that's 10 years. I think it was 2013. I think they
yeah,
said. I
it
think
was
it's
over
kind
a
of
decade
cruddy.
ago. In some conversations, I think it was some filming. I think that she was doing with Disney or something like that, where it had resurfaced in the conversation. But I think the reason being is, with anybody, especially if you're in the limelight, if you're on the forefront of the camera, or any way, shape, or form as far as social media, it's going to come back. It's going to come back to haunt you, whether it was a decade ago or not. And there's always controversy when you look at biracial relationships anyway. So, how do we feel about her casually using this word, and what makes it so different now that she's with him? The question is she in it because, she's just riding a wave of his now fame with him being on the Eagles? Is this a come up for her? And how did her feelings change ever, so much over the course of the time? Does she still feel this way now that she is with one?
Because one of the things she was resurfacing, she was referencing to, was the song "Gold Digger" by Kanye, saying,
Correct.
"She ain't with no broke." You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
The ice. I ain't gonna lie, that's my favorite word. I use that thing about 1,500 times a day.
Well, me too. It's a part of my everyday vocabulary. But I think that's the topic of discussion with her. It's, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but
Hey.
it's just, it's
She
funny
ain't messing
how
with no broke. She ain't messing with no broke white boy.
right. Right. So what's going to happen 10 years from now? Is she still
I
going
just
to feel
think
the
it's
same way?
kind of
Or when they have
I just
children.
kind of slimy for them to bring that up right now, right before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right before the Super Bowl.
The timing is not good.
So y'all don't have an issue with it?
Well, I mean, I believe people can be redeemed. She obviously said it so many years ago, and obviously it's not bothering him. They are engaged, so, they're happy. I'm happy.
So whatever she's been displaying over the course of their relationship, I guess really it doesn't really matter what the public opinion is,
Right.
you know, it's these two that are in a relationship. So I guess if he feels otherwise, or I don't know if he's blindsided by it, I don't
Mhm.
know. Maybe she masked it very well. You know, I don't know. But I look at it this way, you know, he like it, I love it.
Hey.
So he like it, I
That's
love
great.
it. It's not my business to be in their business.
Right.
Although it is our business.
That's right.
You know, it is our
Media,
business.
That's right.
It is our business. But personally, you know, I get it. And I do get why, you know, there is the backlash on that, because it's like, well, wait a minute, hold up. Aren't you with him? You know?
Say
But
it first.
me, you know, me personally, you know, I don't have, you know, a personal issue with it, but I definitely understand where the backlash is
Mhm.
coming from. You know, I definitely understand that. However, you know, if he doesn't seem to feel that, you know, it's going to pose any threat to himself, his culture, and their love and their relationship, then
For the
you
game.
know. But I know a lot of people feel too, you know, she said it for a reason. You know, they feel that way for a reason. So, you know, I don't know. So that's what my thing is, you know, what changed, you know, because people always come out and they'll say certain things and then come back later on and apologize.
Mhm.
But is that feeling still there? Did it really go away? Or are you just saying your apologies now because that's the right thing to do?
I feel the
So-
one with that $20 million.
Right.
Yeah.
It ain't
So-
go away. It's still there. Let that $20 million go away. It'll come right back out.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. So what's going to happen 10 years from now? What's going to happen 5 years from now? What's going to happen
Oh, they
next
set for
year's
life,
Super
though.
Bowl?
They set for life.
You know,
Big contract set for life.
well, he's set for life because she ain't Mrs. yet.
Hey,
Okay.
good point.
She ain't Mrs. yet. Not yet.
Ooh.
So-
Yeah.
During that same kind of state you were in, called the Commonwealth. It takes 1 year to live together in Pennsylvania, considered common law marriage. So they will actually somewhat have to get a divorce
Mm.
1 year,
Yeah.
that's all?
in Pennsylvania.
That's horrible.
I think Virginia's 3 years, but it's Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Commonwealth got them little dumb laws, you know.
Yeah.
True.
And it's the same for even when you're trying to get out of the marriage as well.
Yes.
There's certain things in line that you have to do, especially in Virginia. If you have children together, you have to wait 1 year before you can even file for
Yes.
divorce. If you don't have children together, you have to wait 6 months before you can file for divorce.
And no relations.
And
See,
no
that's-
cohabitation.
that-
No
There you go.
cohabitation at all.
See, Lee, how dumb their laws are. Yeah,
I wonder what Dr. Umar, and wait till this kid, Dr. Umar, how he feels about this. Y'all know who Dr. Umar is?
Doctor Who?
Umar.
No.
No.
Hey, Lee Ice.
Yo,
You know.
break.
Yep.
All right, y'all, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to chop it up some more with the ladies. Live from New Orleans at the Super Bowl. We'll be right back. are back. All in sports, big dog, and the ladies joining us. D. Marie.
D. Marie.
D. Marie. Oh, D. Marie. That's your rap name? Like D Nice? You know about D Nice? You old enough to know about D Nice?
I'm old enough to know. Yes, my name is D Nice, but I'm D. Marie.
Don't get it twisted.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that. Ladies, we talking Super Bowl. Very, very, very famous lady gonna be there. I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm about to talk about because they show the camera on her every single time. How y'all ladies feel about Taylor Swift?
I'm not a Swiftie, but she's all right with me.
Okay.
You know, I don't.
Uh-oh.
You know, the NFL loves it. They love it because since she's been going to the games, their ratings are, you know.
Sky high. Yes, because they always show her in the
They
skybox
always
with
show
the
her.
family, with his mom. I mean, hey, they're in love. If she's part of his inspiration to do well, then so be it. She's in the limelight because of who she is. He's who he is, and then the fact that he had a brother playing in the NFL. So mom was popular because of that. You know, the double jerseys, Eagles, Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have a problem with Taylor Swift. He doesn't have a problem with her either. Let love be love and leave folks alone. But as long as they're in the limelight, people are going to talk about them good or bad. But I'm on their side.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time, you know, for Taylor. I'm very proud of her with her accomplishments, with her struggles that she's had in the past, especially in the music industry, paving a way for herself, standing up for her independence, standing up for who she is as a woman. You know, I definitely, you know, commend her for that and standing tall herself. And now with everything that she had to bear and go through behind the music, you know, it's paved the way for her now, you know. So I think this is probably the happiest I've seen her far as in relationship wise. You know, so I mean, I'm all for it as well. I mean, you know, I think they're good together.
And they look good together.
They look great together. Matter of fact, sometimes when I see her, I'm like, dang, I wish I could just hang out with her right now because she looks cool. Like, you know, I don't know. She looks different. I don't know. To me, it just looks like she changed a little bit, but
genuinely happy.
Genuinely happy.
That's what it is.
And I'm like, I don't know. It's like I see a different Taylor. Cause
a mature Taylor, a grown-up Taylor.
But I don't know. When I see her, I'll be like, well, you know, maybe she's not so bad after all. You know, maybe
I think she's happy because $1 million means $1 million. Everybody be happy then.
True.
Well, I mean, she makes enough of her own money not to have to even think about money.
Both got money.
Taylor, let me tell you something. Taylor is everywhere.
Yes.
Like, this is when it hit for me. Okay, when I went to Barnes and Noble bookstore, she was when I say she holds the whole entire bookstore down, she has a whole section of everything. Not only when I left Barnes and Noble, I went to a store that we have here. I don't know if it's up north or up the East Coast or wherever, but it's called At Home.
We got one.
And I saw her. She has a whole display at the register and At Home. At Home. What she got in here? She's everywhere. Everywhere. So, you know, in addition to his success as well, I think it's almost like or it could be a Jay-Z and Beyonce type of thing. Yeah. As far as their contributions financially to the relationship. You know, I don't think there's an underdog when you talk about the two of them. You know, putting their finances together, because that Taylor Swift boy, everywhere you turn, I said gas stations. I said, how she at the register at the gas station? What she got to do with Shell? She's at the gas station. But I'm proud of her success. I think, you know, her struggles and her setbacks that she's had. You know, I think with her patience, it sets forth for what's before her right now. And with the two of them, you know, I'm all for it. Yes. I'm all for it. So there's no hateration with me with Taylor Swift.
No, not at all.
So So, ladies, y'all think she looks very happy. The look on her face.
Absolutely. You can see it with him too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now.
I'm glad you said that.
But hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Because just like most artists, Taylor Swift's breakup songs be it though.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. 2 years from now, I don't want to hear no Travis Kelce song. But so the
it's
ladies,
gonna be a Travis Kelce song.
You ladies can look at her. You ladies can look at her and say, "Oh, that woman's happy." So, Big Dog, I'm gonna bring you into the mix.
Yes, sir.
I look at Travis Kelce.
Okay.
When you look at Travis Kelce, do you see happiness? Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you.
Change I saw a couple years ago before her.
Mm-hmm.
You think Travis Kelce is happy?
I think he's more felt his Caucasian side more now than his black side. When he was with the other girl, he was more
right.
He's more my favorite word at before, but now he's more, back to one of them. But the inside, that other side, is starting to come out a little bit lately. If you've been paying attention.
I see. I'm glad you said that because I'm not saying he's not happy. I don't see Travis Kelce, the Travis Kelce that we like the Big Dog brought up. It's like he's like, okay, I'm gonna go with this to see how long I can go with this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when he was on the other side, as the Big Dog said, that man, he was getting the swerve on, doing the stick leg, he was smiling, and now he's just, clean cut, the mustache, goatee. I'm like,
I feel like because when he was in the previous relationship, she wasn't on the high pedestal such as Taylor Swift, so he had time to shine. I think she kind of brought the best out of him as well in the previous relationship, whereas now, Taylor and Kelce, it's almost like Taylor's taking the spotlight. She's taking the spotlight. She's getting majority of the hype where he's kind of falling behind.
Him more than he uplifts her.
He's falling behind in the shadows of her shadow, pretty much. He's not on the forefront anymore because it's all about Taylor. It's all about Taylor. It was the excitement when they first started dating and she was in the press box and all that stuff. And, she's kind of taking the spotlight for him, and it's more about her in their relationship than it is about them in the relationship. Because I think his previous girlfriend, she was a model, I think. I think so. I think she was a model. So the previous girlfriend.
He dated some women, but my thing is,
it was a more casual relationship.
I want it to be their relationship. But the way you was talking like it's Taylor's relationship,
It's Taylor's relationship. The spotlight is on Taylor.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think he might get. I don't know. I'm just judging what I see. His body movement, his facial expressions, As a man, it doesn't look, he's like, I don't know how much more I could take of this, It's like he's being something that he's really not. It's like he wants to cut up, and she's like, nah, I got an image to uphold. Can't do that right now,
Trust Ice.
Huh?
Ice. Continue this on part 2.
Okay. We're going to go to a break, y'all. We can come back. We're going to finish this up. And we're going to talk about, what y'all know about Angel Reese? Y'all like Angel Reese?
Yeah.
Okay. We talk about Angel Reese when we come back. All In Sports Lady Edition. D. Marie, Miss Sharon, the Big Dog, Lee Ice. We can be back.